All wings report in.
Green leader taking a shit.
Blue leader, fuck off.
Red leader, time to start my period.
So the good, the bad, and the ugly of Rogue One, a Star Wars story. Starting with the good. You guys thought that the ending was good, so I wouldn't shut up about it.
The ending was the best part. I love the endings in movies.
Not just because it was over, because it was really well done.
Yeah, I thought it tied in really nicely, especially with how they all died. It's probably the best
Yeah,
part.
everyone died.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. But you already knew that.
I mean, everyone knows that they're dead. They're not in the next movie.
Yeah, they're not in the next movie.
Well,
And just the Darth Vader scene when he just takes his lightsaber out and just tears the rubble with a new one.
Yeah, that was really cool.
That's my favorite part. And how he just force chokes and just throws people like rag dolls.
Yeah, I mean, it's Vader, and he was the only one that... It was like the first movie that almost had no lightsabers in it.
Yeah.
And then he comes in and uses one.
And to me, it's like that little bit of lightsaber in it was really good because in episodes 1, 2, and 3, lightsabers out the ass everywhere,
there's just
so
one
it
bubble.
doesn't matter. But in this wish is that minimal amount.
Yeah, it showed that there was like a lack of people that could wield lightsabers. That's why going into like 4, 5, and 6, that's why it's like A New Hope,
Yeah.
Return of the Jedi. So I really liked it. And yeah, that whole scene with like the Hammerhead Corvette, and then they disabled the Star Destroyer, or was it a Star Cruiser? Whatever the fuck it
Yeah,
was.
whatever it was. I think it was a Star Destroyer.
Yeah, I mean they look like Star Destroyers, but then the
Yeah.
cruisers, I don't know. Anyway,
And the
whatever
Hammerhead
it was,
comes in,
yeah,
smacks
rams
the
him
shit,
and hits
takes
the other
two.
one,
it's badass.
and then they have that shit ram into the shield.
Yeah.
So that was like a really cool scene.
I really like the space battles. All those
Yeah,
space
I liked
battles
it.
are good.
Special effects in the movie were great.
One of the best.
And it's funny how they
CGI
had
faces.
Red 5 in there and he dies, and then Luke is Red 5 in episode 4. He becomes the next Red 5. Oh, one thing that the Death Troopers.
Oh yeah,
I
the
love
Death
the Death
Troopers.
Troopers.
The Death Troopers
They
are
look
really good.
badass.
I like the.
They missed a little bit less. They missed a little bit less than the Stormtroopers.
Do you think the reason why they're not in episode 4 is because they all got blown up on the planet?
Probably they all shot him in there.
Yeah.
No,
And there was
they're
only like
useless.
6 of them or
Yeah.
something. They were like.
I feel like they were
the elite forces
I feel like they were like
for that one guy. Like they
yeah,
were the
that's what I was
guards
about to say.
of the one guy.
The Krennic, I think his name was.
Yeah, Krennic.
The guy in white. I feel like that was
Orson
his. That was like his backup. Just like the Emperor has his royal guards.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I.
Yeah, they are. I actually looked it up for the other video. They're his
They're his
personal
royal
his personal guard. But they're still cool as shit. Do you think they're clones? Like they got fucked up. So,
You doing that noise reminds me of that probe droid they sent in episode 5. It's the planet Hoth, and it's the
Oh
signal
yeah,
issues.
the
That's
beginning.
what it sounds
The
like.
probe droids. Moving on to the cameos in the movie, we have R2D2 and C3PO in the hangar of.
Good 2 seconds.
I think.
Was it Yavin, right? They were in Yavin.
Yeah, Yavin.
Yavin 4.
Do you think they were on the cruiser that Leia was in?
They had to be.
Yeah, they had to be.
They had to be. They were in the movie. Episode 4.
I mean, it was cool that they were in the movie.
Didn't-
It's just
Little cameo there.
they were in like Yavin 4, and then they like get shot out of a space pod. CGI Tarkin.
Yeah.
What do you think of the CGI?
I thought it looked good.
Grandma Tarkin.
I think he looked not dead. Well, and alive.
He's young for a 100-year-old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the voice was really close, really.
Yeah.
Good.
They did his voice really well.
Yeah.
And I saw the actual actor that looked like that, was just there, and he looked kind of like him too. So I
Yeah.
guess that kind of everything.
Oh, you're talking about the guy that they actually CGI'd on?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Peter Cushing. I'm like,
No,
yeah, that's
no.
the point. That's Peter Cushing. Why wouldn't he look like that?
No, they didn't do a weekend at Bernie's thing with him.
Oh yeah, where they just
body.
like stuck his hand up there, like they do to Walt Disney on Sundays.
Oh yeah.
Please don't sue us.
And another CGI was Leia. Leia was in the movie, and
I was surprised they showed her face.
and the actress.
Oh.
I thought it was just gonna be a behind shot.
Yeah.
But I don't think we're gonna get any of those stupid behind shots, except for like that Vader scene. I thought that was really interesting how Vader was in the bath. He's like,
Quantum tank or something.
bath time is over, and like he just gets out and he's like looking at
That's the second
Death
time.
Star.
Grab my
That's like the second time we see him at his weakest. Because in episode
weakest
5, they
yeah.
were putting the helmet on him, and then this one he's healing.
like Goku.
Well, I don't think he's gonna heal. I don't think he's gonna grow
Well,
his limbs
and,
back.
yeah.
I know what you're saying. I mean, if he looks like that, I wonder how. Well, I guess it has to be a long time because Leia's there. So I guess
I feel like that planet was Mustafar.
he was.
He would just goes back there and
he was on
he
Mustafar.
heals and he does whatever the hell he wants.
He gets the feels. He's
Yeah.
like, fuck this lava ass planet. Fucking Obi-Wan, I'm coming for your ass.
And Pigface was also in it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that goes. We're gonna use Pigface. I didn't notice Pigface.
You didn't?
You guys had to bring it up to me.
Yeah,
I saw
yeah, you
people.
bumped into it.
I saw people talking about it, but
I don't like him.
yeah, they said.
You don't
everyone's
even
going
know
on.
me.
When the fuck was this? Who the fuck was he talking
They're just,
to?
It was at the bar, wasn't it?
no, they're just walking in Jeddah,
I
and he
was
bumps
like,
into Jen, I think.
Yeah.
Jen, he's like
When they first get there?
They're just walking in the streets.
Wow.
Bumps into
I
him.
thought she just bumped into some random.
That's-
like I didn't even
that's
think it was.
Pigface.
I thought it was an actual dude, like a human. I didn't know.
It's Pigface.
I just remember
The
the
other
person
guy
next to her.
Yeah, the guy.
The person that was next.
Got his arms up.
That she bumped into. I remember that person was like completely black.
That was
I did
them.
not. I didn't know that was cameo. But Jeddah, I thought Jeddah looked really cool. They had the people from Journey in there. Those fucking red hat people.
Actually, all the locations look really good.
Yeah.
Visuals in general.
Yeah.
Good.
And then when they show the planet from space, and then they show the planet up close, or if they show like a city from far away, I thought it all looked really cool. Like the scene of the Star Destroyer when they're like getting all the Kyber crystals out, and they're sending it up there. I thought that was a beautiful shot. Even though it was like Utah.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. That was all we had for good. Oh, the filler movie. You said Blue Leader. You said it was You said it was like for a Star Wars movie every year. It was good.
It's a good appetizer for next year.
Keeps
For
wanting
the
more.
real movies.
Yeah.
Episode 8.
For the big money.
I'm gonna let y'all talk about what y'all thought was bad because I made like a
Okay, I have.
whole video.
Fuck Forrest Whitaker. He's the most overrated actor. I feel like.
I don't even know who the fuck he is to be honest.
Yeah.
Everyone's just like Forrest Whitaker. I'm like,
Who?
who the?
It's just like one of those Oscar names that always gets thrown in there.
Was he like the
Makes
bear
those
on?
shitty movies.
Was he the bear on the Revenant?
Yes.
Who the fuck is
Yeah,
he?
you notice the subtle eye twitch. I don't know, like those movies that just try to go for like,
He just wanted a breathing problem to be like Darth Vader.
or to be the
Yeah.
guy from Mad Max.
He doesn't have the decency to put it back, hook it back on. He just lets go of it.
Yeah, that was kind of cool though. I like that. But yeah, Mad Maxie. That was like
Furious
Mad
Joe, whatever his name is.
fucking.
Oh, Immortal Joe.
Kind of glad he's dead.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, right?
The title.
He won't survive anything else.
I like how they showed how he aged since he looks the exact same from the movie. They just showed him with like longer hair.
Yeah.
Like it's just like a little out and gray.
One thing was the movie. The beginning was really slow.
Yeah.
It was kind of slow, and it did jump.
That's what the
planet to
direct-
planet. That did
7
that.
times.
That didn't bother me as much, but it was so slow. It's like,
But it just took a while to get there.
The director is known for slow build-ups, and we all only saw the movie like once, so maybe
I mean, it's called Rogue One. You watch it once.
a Rogue
the
One
rule.
one time seeing it.
Blue Leader mentioned, why don't you just take the hologram before they blew up the city? I mean, she's all depressed and whatever, but
And she was crying, but yeah, you got a priority.
it was the feel. That was the feels, though.
Yo,
That
hang
was
on
the
though,
feels.
hang on. I talked about this in my other episode. She didn't pick it up.
It's a one-time view.
I mean, like, if you know he's alive, why not just grab it?
Yeah.
Proof.
But, I mean, think about it. She's sitting there looking at this hologram, and then you just see the planet blown up. I don't know if I'd fucking pick up the hologram.
But they were also talking, weren't they? Like, right before she left.
Oh, yeah, they were fucking around.
Yeah.
I don't know why she didn't pick it up. Maybe Forrest Whitaker had it on him, and he was all like, this is mine. Like, he sent this to me.
Yeah.
Like, sticks it in his
Oh,
pocket.
speaking of which, the other guy, too, is like his main guy, Saul's guy.
Mm-hmm.
Are they trying to make him like, it's
Oh,
like
that
a Boba
weird,
Fett character?
that weird, like,
Yeah.
fucking
Mhm.
pussy face guy
Yeah.
with the weird tentacles, like
This
the
is
wanted
a predator.
like skinny predator. Yeah. I don't know.
Dick.
I didn't like that guy. I didn't like the way he looked. I didn't like him. He was like a fucking dick the whole time. He
Yeah.
seemed like like fucking Boba Fett. I can see that. I never even thought about that.
Yeah.
Like that was it. He was just there to Fucking bag him and tag
Whenever
him.
they bagged the blind guy. That was pretty funny.
Oh, yeah. I am one with the force.
And- I am one with the force, and the force is with me. I am one with the force, and the force is with me.
Shh, heard you the first time.
Yeah.
I didn't like that.
I thought he was.
He
I
said
think
that.
I think he's force sensitive.
He
I
is.
think, and
That's
then
what everyone
I
said.
thought at the very ending, when he went to go to pull the lever or whatever, that main switch, I thought he was gonna use the force to move the switch.
That would have been cool.
I actually thought he was gonna do that.
He is force sensitive at Jeddah, City of the Jedi, and
He was-
Jeddah Temple.
He was a protector.
Was the first Jedi Temple, and he was the protector of it. So everyone was like, "Well, I thought his staff was gonna be a lightsaber." I'm like, kind of. It'd be funny. It'd be funny because everyone's like, "It'd be cool if it broke and it was a lightsaber." And I think it'd be funny if it was just a stick and a lightsaber came out of it. And it's like, what the fuck? It's like some Yoda shit right there. I didn't like him. That was one thing I didn't like.
You didn't like- I liked him.
I didn't. I left him and his boy Baze out of my entire other video. I didn't like him.
I liked him.
Baze.
I didn't like this bodyguard.
Baze.
I didn't care for him that much, but I did like him a lot. But they worked well. For me, they worked well together.
I mean, yeah, I get that there was like a long story, and I'm sure they put them. I mean, I feel like they didn't need to be in this movie. I feel like they did just so if they're gonna come out with a movie every year, they might have like a little movie with them. Probably. I don't know.
He was badass too. Like overly badass.
Yeah, I thought he had the best fucking gun I've ever seen in
Yeah.
Star Wars. It can
Next-
shoot a machine
next-
gun, turn into a sniper rifle.
Next to Chewbacca's crossbow in Episode 7.
Oh,
That
are you
thing
talking about
shot.
the blind monk with his fucking crossbow or his
Oh,
fucking
yeah,
bow and
that
arrow?
thing took out a TIE fighter,
Yeah,
didn't it?
bow and arrow
Yeah,
thing.
that thing-
That when I saw that, I was like,
That was pretty badass.
I was like, that's
Yeah.
cool, but it's also kind of stupid because it's a bow and shooting lasers,
Yeah.
you know. But I felt like they did that, like, because of Chewbacca's crossbow. Like, I don't know, maybe they were like, if there's a crossbow, why isn't there a bow? I just don't get why it's in the shape of a bow.
That was his staff. Was it a staff?
That was his staff. That was his staff that did that.
It was?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was
I
his
guess so.
fucking
That's
staff.
watching
He has a
that.
multi-tool. I don't know how he shot
Swiss
it,
Army staff.
but I remember he had his staff, like in the scene when they're trying to save
Mhm.
Galen and the TIE fighters are attacking him. Fucking pulls out his staff, and then like something happened. He's just like, and I was like, whoa, what the fuck? I did not see that coming.
And he's blind.
yeah, he's
Force,
fucking
man.
force
He's never-
sensitive,
yeah.
man. I mean, wasn't Luke blind when he was getting zapped by that
Ball.
ball? And,
Yeah.
so those were a few of the best, and the ugly.
Music, soundtrack. They just got real
Yeah.
Star Wars and just tweaked it a little bit.
I
It wasn't
forgot
terrible.
the name of the composer.
It just wasn't up to
But
par.
this
Yeah.
composer was the one that did the music for Force Awakens, though. He was the one that wrote the new Cantina music.
I didn't even like that song.
I didn't like it either.
This guy, I'm
It
just
didn't really
glad.
catch my attention.
I'm glad
So I
John
imagine
Williams
he's
is
go-
doing Episode 8.
Yeah, you better hope he does the rest of the movies too, because
At least the main trilogies.
I don't know.
They could have just recycled them. In 7,
They did
right?
recycle it. Yeah.
Force Awakens, like you have Kylo's theme, which
Yeah, that
I
was
think is
great.
that's my
Oh.
favorite
When he's
one.
when he's
Yeah.
landing on that
Yeah.
This spaceship.
Jack-
It's like really,
Yeah.
it's scary. It's a really scary. I kind of wish they would have put that, had something like that for Vader instead of the Imperial March.
That's one thing. Like music was a huge difference. They gave me more chills and shit in like Episode 7. And this one I didn't. Like,
You
except
didn't
for
feel
like
the
Vader.
music?
Even Vader's was kind of subtle and not as like.
To be honest, I was only paying attention to the music the first, like when the intro showed up. I didn't really like. I can't even remember any of the songs used.
Yeah.
Like I can't hum them or anything.
I mean, you could they were recycled from previous.
I just
movies.
noticed the first two, and I noticed that those were recycled, like or trying to parody. But I didn't really pay attention.
I mean,
to
the
rest
soundtrack
of
was
them.
it was like
Some of the Marvel music that they use. Not like actual
Guardians?
music. No, I'm not saying like
Their
I'm not saying like
soundtracks.
Oh,
I'm
just-
talking about the movie scores,
Yeah,
like the
well,
film
yeah.
scores. You don't remember them because they fade in with what's going on. And Star Wars never did that. You always heard the music and you heard the movie.
Just so
Yeah.
prominent.
This one was kind of like a like a Marvel
because
movie.
I can watch
blended in
like
pretty much.
you could watch the Star Wars movies with just the soundtrack. I mean, there's
Exactly.
theaters that do that.
That's cool.
You
Like
go
a
in,
live
you go in there, and they
orchestra?
have the live orchestra,
Yeah.
and they're playing the music.
Man,
That's just me. Like the music is just amazing.
that's when you know you.
But this Rogue One music was lacking.
And the intro was lacking.
The intro was
post- jump cuts.
Done.
James Earl Jones, you didn't like
Oh,
it.
it's not like it was bad, but it was like it's like watching season 1 of South Park, hearing Butters' voice. How different he sounds from Butters from right now is a big difference. And to me, that James Earl Jones wasn't the same.
Because he's older? You think that has to do something with him?
I don't know. I think it was on his part. I don't know how they did the editing in the originals. And before I said it did sound like Vader, but now that I think about it, I've heard James Earl Jones in interviews, and it seemed like they didn't edit his voice for this one. Like, I feel like they just had him talk, and they didn't edit his voice to make it sound like it was behind a mask, or like Vader, it was just like, I'm James Earl Jones talking, choke you or something.
Don't choke.
Don't
choke on your aspirations. Yeah.
I thought that was pretty cool that he chokes him, force chokes him.
Yeah,
like
but I'm saying like the way he said it,
Yeah,
it
I'm talking
didn't
about
sound
his
like
voice,
Vader.
yeah.
It didn't sound like Vader. It sounded like James Earl Jones was talking. Don't choke on your aspirations. And also on Vader, I didn't like how they made his lenses super red. Like, shit, that was
he was hanging out with Snoop Dogg.
420 plays.
Yeah.
fucking.
He has weed going in
His
there.
fucking.
I guess.
His lenses were so red, a lightsaber could have come out of it. Like, I don't know why they're so red. Probably all the anger.
Next time I'm gonna watch it, that's all I'm just gonna see.
Red. How red are they? They're really red.
Like, I really didn't notice it, but now that you say it, I'm probably gonna just.
And like I said, I know that they're supposed to be red, but they're fucking red.
One thing that I liked was all the acting, though. I enjoyed the acting.
Acting?
Their acting, all of them.
Forrest Whitaker.
Well, I don't give a shit about him.
Well, that's just shitty writing. Because everyone agrees that Forrest Whitaker wasn't used to like his full potential that he could have.
Ooh, one thing.
But like I said, I don't know who the fuck he is. So
One thing I'm happy, like, they cut off his that whole speech he did in the trailers. Good thing that thing is gone. Like, what would you do? That shit.
What
Yeah,
would you?
that speech. Because I'm glad that's out of there, and I'm also glad I rebel. That gay shit. I'm glad
Well,
that's
well,
got
hang
there, too.
on. Though the one with the I rebel, I feel like the reason why, I feel like how that tied in was, you know, at the beginning how they just show her as a kid, and then the next thing she's in a jail cell.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like because they had to rescue her, and they don't really say why she was in the cell. They're just like, oh, you've done all this stuff. It doesn't say why she rebels, like why she's like blowing shit up and catching churches on fire. I don't know what it was, but I know there was explosions in there. I feel like that's the line where she was like, I rebel, because supposedly what you're supposed to take from all of this is she was acting out because she thought her dad wanted to join the Empire, not that he was forced. So I feel like, I don't know, the intro was...
Her backstory is depressing, like in a good way. Like how she sees her mom die. I think she saw her mom die, right?
yeah, I think she
And
ran
how
off
like they
after
kill her
that.
mother,
she
take
ran
away
off
the
after
father.
She was
I thought that was
She
good.
was on the field.
That was good.
Oh, there's one thing. Now this is gonna be a segment where we just talk about things that we noticed in the movie. I didn't notice it, but when they're making breakfast, they're drinking blue milk.
I saw that.
They're drinking blue
noticed
milk,
that.
and it's like been in the series and stuff, and I never noticed. I think it was in the prequels a few times.
I missed
but,
it.
yeah, because it's so short.
I
It's
saw
like,
it immediately.
It's in there for like a few. Well, I'm saying like that scene, like they're inside, and she's like, "Oh yeah," and then they fucking go outside. So it's like you don't have like a few times.
That
to-
kind of that reminds me of how I think it's episode 4, how the aunt and the uncle are just making food, and they have that small hut too.
Mhm.
They live in a
Yeah.
small little hut, and they're also moisture farmers. They're both moisture farmers. The guy
Yeah,
left,
but
to
it
be
makes
a
more
farmer.
sense. It makes more
No.
sense on Tassie. Are you saying that he's a moisture farmer? Because
He
I know
was.
he was a farmer.
He wasn't. He sold all the moisture evaporators.
Man, he must have a fuck ton of money because, or maybe he has no money because like that whole place is misty.
Yeah.
That's moisture on Tatooine. There's fucking nothing out there, so it's like it's probably not making any money.
That's
Fucking
well, I
fucking
think they just tie that
Oklahoma.
stuff in like that. They're moisture.
Yeah.
A lot of people are moisture farmers.
Do you think they're gonna make like a gallon or so? Like what the fuck did he make? He obviously was a part of.
CIS. It's CIS.
Well, he had to be something because like they get this guy for a reason. 'Cause he
Confederacy.
knows- I was like, oh yeah.
Confederacy.
Army?
The Confederacy.
Yeah. I mean, he had to have built something. Not like, oh, Death Star amazing, but like he had to have built something because Orson Krennic came to him specifically to build a Death Star. He built it,
I feel like he does because he
And
was.
Orson or Krennic is the one that like fucking funded all the shit too. So
I feel like then he would just like make weapons for them and made their
I know, but I'm saying,
starfighters,
like-
stuff like that. Man, he was so good at it.
yeah, I know. I'm saying like what else did he make? Like, can you imagine if he like made fucking TIE fighters? Like if he was the one that made all this shit, kind of like a Smith and Wesson. Like what if he was like that? Like he made all the blasters.
Or
You know that Hyena Road?
Yeah.
How that guy with telescope eyes picks up the grenade
Oh,
and just
like-
throws it as K2.
Yeah,
beat up the
yeah,
grenade.
dude. K2. That's the thing. Okay, K2 as a robot is okay. In every fucking Star Wars movie that I can think of, like all of them, prequels, originals, new, Rebels. There's never like, okay, besides like battle droids, there's never been like a robot that has been like OP as him. And the reason why I don't like him is because like the first time you meet him and he's in the ship, he's like, I'm a reprogrammed Empire droid and I'm a strategy
analyst.
analyst or something like that. And so I'm like, okay, that makes sense. But why is he able to pick up a fucking, like, they're like, we're not going to give you a gun. Why is he so OP with guns? Like, are they good with guns because he's a strategy analyst? Or what?
I guess so.
But why didn't they
They shot good.
I mean, they like reprogrammed him, right?
Yeah.
And C-3PO is programmed not to harm anyone, so why the fuck didn't they do that to this guy? That's the problem with K2. I know it's a movie and everything. I just don't like how OP he is. Because yeah, he picks up a grenade, throws it behind him, he picks up a gun and shoots people
Maybe
without
they
even
did
looking at
that.
him.
They did that there to show how strong he was. Because then whenever he locks Jin and the other dude,
Yeah, but he's a robot.
he locks him in there to show how he can defend himself against all those other troopers that were
Maybe.
coming in. And cause, you know,
Yeah,
you know,
it is
you know
true.
how he
Maybe
did
that's why casting
take
didn't
him
wanna
out.
go to him.
They did
I know,
not
but I'm
miss.
saying like a strategy analysis.
But then he did have a gun. At
It would have
that
been
point,
cool if
too.
he was all like, I was a general of like an entire battalion of fucking super battle droids or something. Droidicus.
Droidicus, the next OP.
The fucking.
It's funny how.
But-
Go ahead.
But didn't they wipe all that? So like he wouldn't remember being
Yeah.
that? So he just remembers being like
Okay,
analyst.
you're going Westworld. You're going Westworld right now. wiping memories. K2SO, I didn't really find appealing.
He reminded me of C-3PO with his odd crap.
Yeah, his odds and all that
That's
stuff.
about it though.
Ugly stuff. How they reused the lines, and then they would cut them off, but they were still like there in a way. I did like how they gave him a new line, which will never be used.
The captain said so.
Yeah, the captain said so. I thought that was pretty funny because it's like, oh, come along. Captain told me to say that or something like that. Yeah, fucking. I don't know.
K2 was like the Terminator when he killed the other K2 like him. He was just,
Oh yeah, dude. He
Terminator.
doesn't give a fuck. And what's creepy is like his face doesn't like change, nor does his like voice personality, his vocal personality. So he's just all like doo doo doo, like fucking. Can you imagine like
Oh,
R2
yeah.
fucking like killing another R2 unit?
You being happy about it? Oh, jolly.
Fucking weird.
Overall, to me, that movie was 8.5 out of 10.
8 out of 10.
You know what I'm saying?
And I would gladly watch it again. I haven't yet, though.
I don't know if I'd watch it again. Maybe I'd watch it again to see if I like it.
The thing is, when you watch the movie again, you already expect what's happening.
Yeah, you already
so
know what's
you
gonna
like just
happen.
enjoy it as
Yeah.
it is as a movie.
I have no idea what I'd give it. Like maybe a 4 or 5 for me. I know that's low, but I mean it's not like
Yeah, but that's how you felt.
Yeah.
yeah.
So it doesn't matter.
I mean,
You're entitled to your own opinion, man.
8.
now if they took out Jyn Erso, like I said in my review, if they took her out,
You should check it out.
that would have been a fucking. Yeah, I would agree. It'd be an 8 or 9 out of 10. I just felt like there was a lot of stuff in the movie that didn't need to be in there.
Red Leader signing off.
Blue leader dead.
Green Leader, 24 Blaze.